Everybody, it's the Deephaven community team. WebSocket ingestion.
Hey everybody, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick switch over here to the light theme for another call out to that. Hopefully my eyes don't burn, but we'll see. Hopefully the demo goes well. So today I'm going to be showing off a WebSocket source connector. It's going to feel very similar if you're used to doing a Kafka ingester. It's going to have a lot of similar concepts, but it has nothing to do with Kafka. And I should note these are all kind of alpha interfaces right now, and I am showing it off in Groovy because it isn't wrapped in Python yet. So basically, you just need, at a minimum, a URI to connect to, a WebSocket URI, and a subscribe message if the WebSocket takes a message to subscribe. So this is a very simple example where a WebSocket will echo whatever is sent to it. So we should see the subscribe message come back to us in a table. And just to note, it is a blank table, so I am ringing it just so it stays on the screen. But we can go ahead and run this. And there we go. Not very exciting yet, but let's continue on. So let's just send another message. Let's say we wanted to send a JSON-looking string here with no special processing. I'll go ahead and do that. Again, not very exciting, single valued table, string, one row. But where it gets exciting is now we can take some constructions that we've got in Kafka and we can apply them here. So you may have seen some JSON object processing that I've demoed previously, which is still being worked on right now. But we could go ahead and demonstrate it here. So we're going to describe what this object looks like. It's got a foo field, it's got a baz field, and we will say they're both strings, and we'll execute this again. And oh, there we go. Now we've got two columns, foo and baz. You may be thinking, Devin, this is dumb. This is an echo server. Why are you showing me an echo server? Can't we see some live streaming data from somewhere? And the answer is yes, we can. So we're going to jump over to a WebSocket feed we've demoed before in other contexts. We've showed dynamic table writer with the Coinbase WebSocket. We've showed other web processing against a table publisher, and now we're going to show it with the more native WebSocket integration. So in this case, we've got the WebSocket URI, and we've got a simple subscribe message. So in this case, we're going to subscribe to a couple products, and we're going to subscribe to the matches channel. And we're not going to do any processing on it yet, so we're just going to get back the string to see what it looks like. So there we go. We've got some matches flowing here. We'll notice that our first response is a little bit different. Our next two responses are also a little bit different, and then everything after that seems to be a match. But otherwise, it looks like it's a JSON response, so we should be able to parse it out. If we take a quick look at one of these messages, we can see there's a trade ID, order IDs, side, size, price, product, blah, blah, blah. So what we'll go ahead and start parsing that now. So we'll import some other JSON processing options. And one thing I will note is there's another option we can do to the WebSocket here. We can say skip the first in messages that comes. We don't need to parse the subscription response. And then here's this kind of pre-filled out. So type is a string, time is an instant. I've left out a few fields, and I've only pulled in the ones that I care about. So we can go ahead and execute this. And boom, there we go. So now we've got our trades flowing right here. And I will note that this is a blank table, so it is, you could leave it running forever, and it should work as long as there isn't any connection in the underlying network. But then, of course, you can go ahead and ring it or turn it into a pinned-only table and then do further processing on it, like keeping the last by product ID and size. So this is hopefully coming soon, and will allow you to do a lot of, let's say, efficient ingestion from WebSocket, whether it's maybe you've got protobuf coming from a WebSocket, maybe it's Avro, maybe it's JSON, maybe it's something else. But the object processor function on top of WebSocket options should be a nice choice. So thank you.
That's all we have for today.